Okay, so I just went over credit. What we're going to be looking at is what a FICO score is. And FICO, what it really stands for, it's the name of the company who developed the FICO score, called the Fair Isaac Company. This method was developed in the 1950s. Again, credit cards became a big thing back then, and is accepted as lenders and companies and employers and landlords when trying to do a credit evaluation. Should we lend to this person? FICO scores are 3-digit numbers. We were talking about this earlier in the credit one, that basically are 3 digits that will follow the rest of your life and basically establish your credit worthiness. A person has 3 different FICO scores from 3 different credit bureaus. We saw Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. There they are. Each bureau produces a number based on scoring models, looking at your credit payment history, looking how much you owe, looking how long you've had that. And these numbers are not necessarily the same. Some may be higher with other ones, some may be lower, because they use different means to assess your credit worthiness. So looking at this person wants to get a $216,000 loan for 30 years. Looking at someone who has a better credit score, they're only paying about 6%. And then as you go down in credit score, you pay a lot more interest. So employers, if you're going to the federal government, can ask for a credit report. They can use this information when considering a candidate for a position. So a lot of you, you're like, oh, I want to go work for the federal government. Well, sometimes they may be looking at your FICO score. Again, they look at people, like if you're going to work for the Fed, they're going to look at how you handle money, how you deal with sensitive information as well. So there was a case in the 1970s that African American women were applying for teller positions at this bank in Virginia and claimed the bank was discriminating them because they denied them employment based on credit history. Because a lot of African Americans, which we know with redlining, weren't able to get these loans. And they showed that there is a adverse effect on minorities when looking at a credit report, because a lot of people in minority are not able to build up that credit. Again, they were able to use this using that credit history because they felt that women would be using this money, and they found to use it, they wanted to use it to see their credit worthiness, to see if they were worthy enough. And so again, the court held that if people are in significant jobs using vast amounts of money, that it is okay to look at their credit score. So playing by the rules, the credit report must be job related. Okay, so if they're asking you for your credit report for a job, like you're gonna go work at Taco Bell and they're like, dude, you're handling too much money, we need your credit score. Like really, that probably is not. But if you're gonna go work for the Fed or some major bank, they probably want to look at that. A company may want to know a person's debt situation and compare it to the salary they're offering. So if you're applying for a job at $3,500 a month, but you owe $4,500 a month credit card debt, they're going to look at that. Okay, companies must keep in mind the possibilities a credit report may contain errors, and that's why you should always run your credit report, because someone may have used your social security number. Someone may have opened a line of credit in your name. You never know. So this is what is in your credit score. The biggest thing is payment history, being able to pay on time. The next is the amount you owe. The types of credit are like home loans, car loans, credit cards, department store cards, new credit, and the length of your credit history. So again, looking at that payment history, it's a big significant, and it talks about your character. So payment history talks about your past due items on file, the delinquency, how long have you not paid, and again, a lot of it goes to collections if you don't pay, and they could have legal cases against you. Okay, amount owed is how much do you have on those outstanding balances. Okay, the length of credit history, the time of the account is open, activity in it. Okay, these are just resources I used. Okay, bye guys.